Yeah, hi everyone. So we are going to be focused today in this class mostly into the Excel. I will teach you from the basic level of the Excel to the advanced level of the Excel so that you will get some idea how to use and when to use, what are the different advantages we have by using the Excel. So let's get started so that we will get some idea and exposure in terms of the Excel format. Today we are going to be cover up with some of the Excel operations like we are going to be used as a workbook, and how does that going to be looks like, and what are the different workbook types we have, and some of the files like CSV files and XLS files, and you can also see some XLSB. This comes some of the different files we are going to be showcased in terms of whether you are in the form of IT industry or in the form of the data science field. So you probably get more in terms of the CSV files like comma separated files, or in terms of the TSV files like tab separated files, or the XLX format maybe in the Excel sheet. And we can also see some of the common uses of the Excel and what are the different advantages we have to handle it out by using the Excel in terms of maybe calculation wise, or in terms of maybe formatting wise, or in terms of to visualize the things in much better like a plotting by using the Python. Maybe you are familiar with it. And also we can do some of the calculations like a count, add, addition, or multiplication. So we're going to be seeing, I can say, we have some of the different advantages we are going to be showcased as Excel to use. And we can also go with what are the different cells or the row wise and how to utilize these things, and like a formatting of the cells, along with the what are the different terminologies we use some in terms of the Excel, like a ribbon or the formula bar at the status bar. And we will also perform some of the basic operator with respect to one data set we are going to encounter. So let's get started with the Excel. So you can also download this Excel from the Microsoft Office so that you will familiarity with this, and in terms of to understand how to utilize these Excel workbook notebooks into the your PC. So this is a UA interface, I can say, to check and know about some of the what are the different alignments, or what are the different tabs we are going to be showcased here. Currently I am in the home tab. You can also see this, it's currently in the bold color. And this is a complete UI interface, I can say. We can also get and started together so that you will get familiarity with this. So you can see this is a workbook sheet. I'm just open. We have, I will just explain the UI interface first, then we can go in details with respect to what are the different fields we had. So in this workbook, you can also see something called as a x-axis and something called as a y-axis in terms of some labeling. So you can see it shows as a label for this whole column. You can call it as a column for this whole complete cells, which is combined or which is compressed together. And for this column, we named as by default as a B and the C, and for the D, this is completely intercorrelated. So in the y-axis, you can see as by defaultly we have showcased as a number of rows, which is counted by the workbook itself. We can go with many number of the rows if you are going to be scroll down. So whenever you going to for a list, like suppose for example, you have a list like this, you have a couple of the data sets or data points in your data set. You can also call it as a data frame for that matter. So you're going to be showcased as a 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. We are going to be count. So instead of that, we can also count with respect to just a drag and drop. If suppose you're going to be drag and drop, it's going to be give as a count in the bottom side. You can also see here the count is a 14, and you can also see it will appear some external message like number of cells selected that contain data, copy to clipboard. You can also copy it. Maybe if you copy this, it will scroll up something. You can also see it will scroll up something bold in nature. So these are the some of the summarization skills you are just copying out. You can also paste it anywhere. Let's suppose you can paste it into our sheet. So if suppose I pasted here, so you have option for the different option you can also available to paste here. But let me go and discuss what are the different fields we have like a UI part, then we can closely look onto this. Okay, so in this notebook, as I just explained, we have some of the x-axis label and also the y-axis labels with respect to a and b and up to the z. And we can also go with some of, if suppose up to z is completed, it's by defaultly created as another columns like aa. If suppose I will go into the right hand side, you can also see after completion of the Z, we will get AA and AB and AC. The nomenclature wise, it's going to be give. So if you have more than number of the columns are like 100 or 200, it will by defaultly created like this. So this is the best way to approach any kind of the column to unique way of understanding. If this is also completed, by default we created as a triple A, and after completion of the triple A also we will get 4 years. So like that, it will go and increase the size if you want to be in the formation of your data set you had. So that is the best and easy understanding of the column way to utilize it in the Excel. And you can also see something called as below, it is which is a sheet wise. So we can this is a total Excel, and there's a Excel you can mention for the different sheets. Just click on this plus button, as you just appeared here, it will create the new sheet. I'm just clicking on the plus button, it will create automatically new sheet along with automatical by default names. If you want to change these names, you can just right click on this. You have option to change to rename. So let's take and rename something for test or practice. Yeah, I'm just click the test and click on enter. That's it. So if you want to rename, if you want to delete also, you can delete like this. You have option to just to right click on this and go and click on the delete. It will directly delete. So like that, you can also delete or insert the values, and you have some of the values with insert. You can also insert, and you can also move or other copy. If you have any code to view that, you can view. And we have option to protect the sheet also, like a secure way to understand no one is going to be seen. So we are going to discuss these all later. Maybe we are going to be do some of the UI part, then we are going to the details further. In the right side, you can see there is a scroll bar. You have to go in and see what are the other columns we are going to be showcased. And this is the best method to approach, and you can also use as much size you need. So some of the cases or some of the users may not be hide with this scroll bar, and some of the cases you will also drag like little bit so that you will going to be discussed with the scroll bar more frequently to use, right? Yeah, something other interesting facts regarding the right hand side, you can also see here something called as a this is just a, to show understand how does our UI part is going to be interface.